Hello YouTube. So in this video I'm going to talk about uh, depersonalization and derealization as part of dealing with chronic illness. Uh, the illnesses that I deal with are chronic Lyme and mold toxicity. And right off the bat, when I started dealing with those two illnesses, I started experiencing the derealization and depersonalization, and there are many videos about explanation of depersonalization, derealization, and I'm just going to share my understanding of them and some helpful tips that might help you. So for me, when I experienced the depersonalization and the derealization, it was kind of sudden. It happened suddenly. I did not know what was happening at the time. And it's a strange feeling. It's very strange. It's a feeling of just being separated from your body. And a lot of people who have chronic Lyme experience that because you also experience brain fog. And with the brain fog, you experience just feeling that your head might be in somewhere and your body is in somewhere else. So it's like a separation between head and body, mental and physical. Uh, I know sometimes it's not always described this way, the depersonalization, but the way I experienced it was like there was a separation between my brain and my body my body is in another space and my brain is in a different space. And for me, the experience happens because of the brain fog. I know the brain fog caused a lot of these symptoms and the infection itself. And it's a bizarre experience. It feels just like you're in a different world, a different reality, basically. Um, and it takes a long time to understand what's going on because when you first experience it, it's just very strange. So you don't know. At the time, I was just going from doctor to doctor, trying to figure out what's going on. I didn't know what was happening. I just wanted to know what is causing this and how to fix it. I didn't know it was gonna be a long journey, and I have to do a lot of things to help myself because medical doctors don't really have experience with chronic Lyme or chronic mold infections. So most of the time they will give you follow-ups with different practitioners. From my experience, I went from the MD, the general physician, to ear, nose, and throat, to neurologist, just different areas of medicine. And my experience was in the beginning, it was just like this is a strange phenomena, what's going on? And it was difficult to do like daily tasks because there is an element of anxiety, there is an element of panic and fear. So plus the brain fog also makes it difficult to achieve just normal everyday tasks. So driving was difficult. Just doing the everyday tasks was very difficult. Of course, after that, I experienced chronic fatigue, and that made everything way more difficult. So everything sometimes was just a battle to do anything. But going back to the depersonalization, it feels just like there's a separation between mental aspects and the physical aspect of yourself. So it feels like almost like the physical way I can describe it is it feels like you're wearing a helmet and your head underwater and your body is outside of the water. So maybe like you're putting your head under the water in the swimming pool with the helmet, but your body is outside. So you're just leaning down the pool with your head, almost like you're watching the water, but your body is still outside. So there is this kind of distortion between what your head is doing and your body is lagging behind. And sometimes it happens also a different way where you feel like you're watching your body and your head is lagging behind. So it happens different ways, but the end experience is just there is a separation between your head, your cognition, and your physical, your bodily activities. And it's kind of a disturbing experience. And with the brain fog, because the brain fog that I had is a very physical brain fog, it's almost like a squeezing of the brain fog. It's not like just I have brain fog. I feel also pressure around my head. It's almost like a band. I used to feel like that, but now it's a lot better with the protocols that I'm doing. But that's the way it felt. So with that, I believe with that comes the depersonalization. Of course, sometimes if you have also viruses and the infection, for me, like the mold toxicity and the Lyme infection, and I was told also I have a virus. So with the virus as well, I think that explains why all these symptoms happen the way they do. So the trick question is always, how do you deal with it? How do you treat it? How do you get rid of it? Because everybody just wants to get rid of the sensation. And I don't have definite answers. I only share what helped me, because I don't know if for everyone it's still different, even though the main experience is similar, but the specifics are always different. For me, I believe that the essential oils, the detoxing is a big part, but detoxing is a big term. A lot of people use detox, but it's a big term. You have to find out what works for you and what kind of detox works for you. It took me a long time to find a detox protocol that works, and I tried multiple things. Many things to detox, and finally I found out that detox drink that I do, that I share in this channel, the essential oils and homeopathic medicines, they work best for me. I tried expensive products. I tried like the products from my doctor. I tried different products, but they don't really work. And the ones that work quick, they're expensive, but their effects are not permanent. You know, that you have to keep redoing the same thing over and over and over. So for me, I always try to find out like practical ways of doing detoxing and cleansing and all that, because when you have chronic illness, you don't have, a lot of your finances are kind of messed up because of the chronic illness itself. So you try to find ways to be frugal and at the same time to find out ways that work on a budget. So this is my video about depersonalization and derealization. I already made videos about essential oils and detox drinks. And I have these essential oils here on this video because those are some of the detoxing essential oils. But I already made some videos about detoxing essential oils and how to use them, and even oil pulling, detoxing oil, like using essential oils as oil for oil pulling. And I have a detox drink that I put in the channel. So please check these videos out and Please share your experience. How does depersonalization, derealization feel for you? How did it start? And if you can share some tips on how do you deal with it, what helps you. It doesn't always have to be something physical like essential oils or a detox drink. Sometimes maybe it's something you do that helps you deal with derealization. I know being outside, just being in nature, that helps also because you get a lot of fresh air. It doesn't always work because sometimes the chronic infection affects the breathing. And one of the things that aggravated my depersonalization was breathing issues because with chronic Lyme and the multi-toxicity, you have a lot of breathing issues. uh, Air hunger, that's a big thing in the chronic Lyme community, the Malta community. Air hunger, and air hunger is a very difficult experience to go through. It also aggravates the derealization big time because if you can't breathe, that's a big part of just doing anything. So please share your experience, tips, advice that you use that you can give other people to help with derealization, chronic illness, and see you guys on the next video. Bye.